Yes, 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 yes. I'm excited for this one, excited for this one, excited for this one. Yes, what's going on, my lovely people of the YouTube? So we are back at it again with another video. Now, today I am excited, and by the title you can probably tell I have a new member in the D.GRADE family, and it goes by the name of the Zhiyun 3-axis gimbal stabilizer crane. And I am super excited to have this thing in the locker. Now, most of you know I love my handheld shots. In fact, everything I've ever done on YouTube has all been done by handheld, trying to get those smooth crane shots and those smooth pan shots, and it works. And I found techniques that I find easy myself, and I do actually like the style of handheld, but that has meant I've always been interested in actual proper image stabilization. Now, the old school image stabilizers with the long pole, the 2 weights, I think that's what's always put me off. They've always been too bulky, I know there's a lot of effort that goes into actually stabilizing it every time you want to use it. Trust me, I've already got this thing out. Do not get me wrong. This thing takes a while and a bit of patience to stabilize yourself as well. It isn't as simple as just put it on, press on, and we're off to go. But it's a bit more compact, and I like the freedom of the buttons you have. You can actually, as you're panning in, move the buttons up and but we'll get further into that later on. We will get further into that. But yes, as I was saying, I've always been into that handheld, but I'm open to having this sort of option as well. I've got a few projects coming up which this is going to be insane for, a few music videos. So running around with this, and when you're actually moving, completely taking away that shake. Like, handheld is great for sort of, as long as you're not walking too much or just those slow sort of zoom ins. But with this thing, it gives you the freedom to properly chuck the camera around, but giving it that smooth sort of buttery effect. And for that reason, I am super excited to dive into this thing. So what I'm thinking for this video is just basically an unboxing first look, show you guys what's inside. I might run around the house a bit and just sort of show you the difference from handheld to image stabilizer. And then literally today, I mean, I'm looking outside and it's raining, which is a nightmare. But today I'm going to go out round London Bridge, sort of Tower Bridge way, and actually put a little edit together so then you guys can properly see this thing in action. Probably split into 2 videos. If not, I might stick them into one, but I'm thinking put them into 2 videos. So yes, without further ado, let us unbox the new toy. Okay. So, let us unbox this thing. Right. Straight in, off the bat. Get this box open. This is what you are greeted with. A bomb-looking, spy kind of case-looking thing. But knowing that it will be good protection for if you want to travel around with it. And yeah, I think this is definitely going to be what I'm going to use for obvious reasons. And if you open it up inside, you can also see it comes with that sort of, I don't even know what they call it, but super foamy, spongy sort of inners. So it will keep it all safe once it's compact inside your box. So let us put this way around. And without further ado, get straight into it. So the first thing I noticed is it actually comes with 2 sets of batteries, which I thought is actually very good. I know the battery life on these things are pretty good as well. It comes with its own rechargeable kit. So in that sense, I think it's very good. I know they last long. They don't take too long to charge either. And for them to provide you with 2 batteries, I think thumbs up from that, because a lot of companies could be asking you to buy your extra batteries and then they're starting to get a lot of money, which this thing is. So yeah, A-star for 2 sets of batteries. So the next thing I noticed was actually the 2 screws. One of these goes with this, and this actually ends up going onto the plate where your camera does. And it's a support for your lens. If you have a super long lens, then actually you can use this. You just screw it through there, and then I'm assuming this is just a spare. So that's just 2 things there. Then actually, yeah, sorry, this is actually the charger for your battery pack. It's a USB to USB-C, and obviously you can just charge with any plug adapter in there. It doesn't actually come with a plug adapter, but you can either put it into a laptop or, as I say, find your own, like an Apple one or whatever, stick it in, and it should charge it. Now, this is actually where your batteries go into the end there, and actually it screws into your gimbal, which is here. Now, as I said, 2 batteries go into the end here, screws in here like this. Quickly get that up. And yeah, this is your gimbal. This is actually where your camera sits. You have a little plate here. If I undo this, then actually you can see the plate moves from here, and that's all about when you're actually trying to stabilize your camera. So you've got your button here, so when the camera's actually stable, you can actually do your pans and your tilts and your whatnot. You have your 3 modes here. This is actually turn the gimbal on, and then you have a zoom and you have an in and out zoom here, which actually, if you look over here, you can plug in from your gimbal to your camera, and then you've actually got a zoom effect there. So it's the 3-axis gimbal. Your first one here, second one at the back with some dodgy ass Chinese writing, no idea what that is, and obviously your third one here at the bottom. So that is the unboxing of it, and I think the next thing to do is basically get the camera on here and show you how this thing works. Now, for obvious reasons, because obviously I'm shooting on my only camera that I own, I can't actually show you how to stabilize it. If you were thinking of getting one, what I would say is be patient with it. It took me a while, and I would also say just read the manual, because I jumped on YouTube straight away and everyone has a different opinion on what to do, and actually I found out that actually what it says in the manual is for me the best way and the most effective. So obviously I can't show you how to stabilize it, but bear with me. So the next thing you're going to see is actually this camera, my Sony A7S Mark II, actually on the Zhiyun gimbal. So let us do it. Bang! We are on the gimbal. Now I would just like to say I obviously don't have my microphone on here, so I'd like to apologise for the bad audio. I probably wouldn't ever put my microphone actually onto this gimbal. I know that you can, and it is actually, you can actually stick your microphone on the top here, but I probably only use it for cinematics, so I probably wouldn't bother. So yeah, just for this example, I do apologise if the audio isn't great. But as you can see here, the gimbal is working at full force. So we are just in the normal mode. As you turn the camera on, it's exactly how the gimbal sets up. And yeah, let me just quickly give you a run through here so you can sort of see the smoothness of it. Very nice and smooth. Low angles coming up. So super nice. Now there is another 3 features on here, but for this demonstration I'm not actually going to go through them. But one cool one is if you triple tap on the mode button, it basically flips the camera a complete 180, and what people are calling it is selfie mode. So if we do that now, and then actually you're basically, for what I would like to say, in complete vlogging mode. So as you can see here, very smooth, very smooth. Right, so what I think we're gonna do is I think we're gonna run down the stairs and give you guys a demonstration of what it looks like. So this is fully running down the stairs, very quick, into my kitchen. So how does it look, guys? Is it looking good? It's probably quite dark down here, I apologise for that. And then we're gonna go a little jog. I'll actually give you guys a little run outside, shall I? I've got no shoes on, hang about. I do not have any shoes on, but for the sake of the test, we'll give it a little run. Jogging round the corner. So, and then we come back, pulling it back, exactly the same thing. So how does it look, guys? Is it good? Very smooth, very smooth. And then back up the stairs. As you can see, jogging pretty hard. and then back into my room. So let's spin you guys around. Now this is probably going to be my favourite thing to do, and it's simply when you move the camera around here and then it becomes into sort of, this is why I also put my own tripod, in fact let me move you guys up, with the little joypad. So I've actually put this, which is just from an old tripod, and actually when you're in this mode gives you exactly this sort of support. And what I can imagine this is going to be good for, excuse obviously my big pile of washing, but I can imagine for like running shots or sort of following scenes or following shots. You actually flip the gimbal like this and you can then get these lower angles without having to break your neck. And we can see what that will look like now as we run through and then out. Let's do that one more time as a test. So starting low, if you can imagine someone in front of you, let's actually just hold it there. And then running through, up, out. So now we've switched back to the normal mode. And what I'm going to do is we're going to quickly take it off the gimbal and then basically do the same thing. I'll probably just go up and down the stairs without the gimbal, and then we can actually do a proper test and see which one is better. Alright, let us do it. Okay guys, so now we are back. We are obviously handheld, no gimbal coming out of it. I'm sure you can already see the difference. I'm trying to hold it as still as I possibly can. But it'll just be on these top and bottom lines. You'll just notice a difference where it doesn't shake, where your natural sort of motion is, like this kind of shake on the top and the bottom. So anyway, we'll do one of these, walking through here normally, just walking through, same spot, coming through, back out. Let's go all the way through out the window. So now we're into vlogging mode or selfie mode, and let us do a little run up and down the stairs and see what this is like. Okay, so just as I was with the gimbal, the same exact amount, running up and down the stairs, in through my kitchen into the dark room. So what's the difference, guys? Get down in that comment section, let me know. And then back up the stairs like I was, exactly the same length and distance from the camera to face, and then back to the top. Right, so as you saw there, that was the two comparisons. Let me just stick you back on a tripod and we can finish the video there. Yes guys, so what do you think? I actually just had 5 minutes, sat down and reviewed the footage, and I think it looks insane. The difference is actually unbelievable. Makes you think why I haven't bought one of these before. But yeah, I really like the first look of actually getting out of the box and having a proper good test. I really like what I see. Make sure you guys get down in that comment section and tell me what you guys think of it as well. I know a few of you were asking me to do this review on it. So I think a few of you are looking at buying it. From my first look out the box, I'm already well impressed. Yeah, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with this thing. I think it's going to take my cinematics to the next level. Imagine taking this up one of the cranes. That is what I'm already thinking about. Actually doing a climb with one of these things. I wonder if that's even ever been done. I will say, when you got the whole payload on of, like, I've got my 24 to 240 lens and my Sony A7S Mark II, it is heavy. The thing does get quite heavy. I'm not a skinny guy either. So, yeah, it does get quite heavy. So I can imagine a whole day on this thing, you would get pretty tired, but nothing that you couldn't handle. Obviously, the lighter cameras fit on it as well. The A6000 series will fit on it, I'm assuming. Also, all kind of Sony cameras as well, and other cameras, I'm sure. But yeah, I'm really impressed. So I hope you guys liked the first look at this thing. I am planning later to, me and Katie are going to meet up. We're going to go over, she needs to get a few things, and then actually I'm going to take her and we're going to do some sort of little cinematic thing. And I want to properly put this thing to the test. But I hope you guys like that first look. I hope for any of you guys who are looking at buying one, this has kind of helped you and given you a first impression. It's not an in-depth look at everything it can do. As I said, it's got 3 settings. You just saw 2 of them, and one of them basically is just that it flips round. But yeah, I don't know what more to say other than I'm actually super impressed. So yeah, I look forward to bringing this to the next vlogs. I look forward to bringing this to any cinematic films that I'm doing. And yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for all the constant support. As per usual, guys, it is insane. Get down in that comment section. Let me know if you want one. Let me know if you're going to buy one. Let me know if this even swayed your decision to even go out and consider one of these. But yes, I am looking forward to using this thing. And yes, guys, thank you very much for watching. I hope it's helped. And guys, I will see you in the next one. Signing out. Peace.